Welcome back to Butterfly Infinity, where we alchemize change and transformation into evolution. Today, I will be doing a black moon. What do you need to know, and what should you look out for or pay attention for reading? I just briefly would like to say that I received my message from this time. I was feeling really drained, tired, and I felt really just disassociative. And I was thinking, what is this? And the only thing that really grounded me was just connecting back to my spirit and understanding that I am having a human experience as a light being, right? And so I'm not sure what the black moon has brought up for you all, but another feature that I received was that I am a perfectionist, and I was guided to do some work today. And I just, even though I had all the materials, guys, I just couldn't move forward because I was like, well, what if I do this wrong? What if I don't mix the right ratio of parts? Or what if it's just not, it just, before it even got started, I just had all these reservations about how it would not turn out or be good enough. Or so that those are the two ideals that I'm working with: releasing perfectionism and understanding that when you show up, you are good enough. And so I hope that helps you all. And so let's get started with the reading. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, what the collective benefit from knowing? What does the black moon, what would the black moon like to tell the collective at this time? Let's get 4. What is the black moon? What messages does the black moon have? Maybe one more. Usually I just do 4. But let's see what we get. Okay. And then we have fearlessness. So if you are hesitant about something, just realize that analysis is paralysis. If I would have stayed second guessing myself, then I would have not created what I needed to get done today, right? Because I was able to be successful, but it was when I understood that I had all the resources and that I was already set up to succeed, regardless as to how I felt. Everything was perfectly fine. Perfectly. No pun, guys. No pun. So just make sure that you know that you got this, okay? And if you do have fears that come up, like how I was triggered with that, take the time to process them. Just like how I tried to briefly walk you all through it. Just take the time to process it. Okay, so let's see. This came out. I think this came out with that. And then the first one we got was this one. Then I think we got this one and that one. And then, okay. So right off the bat with these two, the artichoke value and the praying mantis danger. So just be careful with the things that you are prioritizing right now. Okay, take a second look at them. Write down your priorities and see if they're matching up with your behavior and your actions, because sometimes we don't understand how our choices are not aligning with the things that we actually want to bring forth and manifest. So look at your values and write those down, like I said, and make sure everything's lining up, you know, because that can become a barrier when you are trying to move forward towards your goals. All right. And the first card that came out was Jack in the pulpit, conditionality. So with this card, guys, I'm just getting that the black moon wants us to look at our conditions, because this is a reading for me too. So we need to look at how we're showing up. We need to look at what we're harvesting. We need to look at what we're manifesting. We need to look at our attitudes, our words, how we're treating people, how we're treating ourselves. So check your conditions. Make sure that they are positive, loving, caring. Make sure that you're not only showing up for other people, but showing up for yourself. And anything that you know that you need to release, any shadow work, and like I said, it might not be evident to you in this moment. Take it into prayer, take it into meditation. Don't make it big, guys. That's another thing, you know. With the black moon, I know a lot of people have been posting things of what they're going to do and rituals. Like I always tell my community here, make it simple and make it modified to you. Okay, make it very personalized to what you need to get accomplished, because that's what it's all boils down to. You could be trying to light candles, but you really need to go and wash the dishes. So go wash the dishes. It's simple. You know what I mean? So this is the pine tree. So let's look at the book briefly. Because with that, I'm just kind of getting that you've been surviving in specific conditions that may or may not be helpful, and that you just need to observe them. But I would also just like to, like I said, briefly look up the pine tree. Oh, and I went right to the peas, yeah. So I must have meant to be doing this. The pine tree is deep rooted in man's progress and survival. Look to the pine tree for ways that you can survive your current circumstance. Even in the severest climates, the pine tree maintains its ability to be evergreen, and so you will. So, guys, and in my mind, I was actually picking that up with these cards, that you need to communicate. You could be in a situation where you're needing to communicate to the loved ones around you how you've been surviving under specific conditions, and maybe you need to modify, alter how you're showing up, or how the people around you are showing up. Okay, you need to make sure that your friends are treating you with love, care, kindness, and respect, because there are some people who are just shady and they have shady friends, and shadiness is part of their condition, and they don't mean anything by it. But that's not any relationship or friendship that I'm going to welcome into my life. So you might need to communicate that with your friends and your family. Okay, all right, let's pull some Moonology cards. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides. What would the collective benefit from knowing at this time? What is the black moon want to tell the collective at this time? Okay. Any other messages? Okay. Maybe one more. All right. At the bottom of the deck, be bold and make the first move. So the black moon, and this is the cardinal moon, but the black moon wants to let you know that it's time to take action. All right. And then we have a time to give rather than take, new moon in Virgo. We have you and your loved ones are safe, new moon in Cancer. I love that one. And step out of your comfort zone. North Node. Is the North Node the one that tells you to go towards your passion and your missions? So overall with these cards, I'm just getting that it's time for you to do with wherever you've been guided, to step into your sacred mission and your sacred service, okay? Because that's how we enter into the law of exchange, and that is what provides our comfortability in life. That's what it's supposed to come from. It's not supposed to come from beating, your body down at, industrial labor. It's supposed to come from, unless that is your sacred service, but you all know what I mean. All right, so let's move on to the angel answers. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, what does this deck need to tell the collective about the black moon? What are their black moon messages from this deck? Okay, should we get another one? All right. All right, if you have came in with a question on your mind, then your answer is yes, okay? I forgot to tell you all to pause the screen, but you get a big happy yes, all right? You have unlikely, so if there is some conditions that you need to work through, you need to do that at this time, because it's unlikely that they'll just go away, right? You have to work through them. And it says helpful people and success. So That's what we have from our angel deck. I always try to see how it's tying together, but like I said, with the working through your fears and making sure that you are showing up in the best energy possible, it's going to help move you forward. And so just make sure that if there are helpful people around, that you appreciate them, and that you all that you choose to be a help yourself when you can. Okay? And like I said, get rid of those around you who are unlikely to help you, who are unlikely to let go of their conditions, who are unlikely to change for the better, who make that choice. So, all right, that's what I'm getting with that, guys. And let's get our last deck for my mindfulness. Angel, ancestor, spirit guides, what would the collective benefit from knowing from this deck on this black moon day? All right, so we'll get those. Let me see. The bottom of the deck was just physical self-care. I'm not going to go too much into that, but you can read it, get it close. So we have 2 gratitudes and 1 self-care. So I'll start with this one. My body is my temple. So guys, like I said, just make sure that you are respecting yourself, and make sure that the people around you are respecting yourself, right? Be thankful for the food that nourishes your body. Okay. And lately I've been hearing the videos going around, like just saying that make sure that, when people prepare your food, they're not angry. Make sure that when you prepare your food, you're not angry. And I've just been preparing my own food, because when you get fast food, you don't know what mood or what kind of energy they're preparing your food in. And then it says make yourself a priority. So that ties back to our first message, which was to check our values and to check what we are feeling is most important in our lives at this time. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. And if the black moon has been giving you ideas and things to work through, I love to hear about them. Leave me a comment below. Thanks for watching here at Butterfly Infinity, where we alchemize change and transformation into evolution. Bye.